If you able to see it's on the screen right there. I've been playing Far Cry 3 again on the PS4 because I wanted something to take my mind off things. Genuinely wanted something. I think it's more like a. I also played Banjo-Kazooie as well the other day on the N64. I think it's very much like when you're feeling a bit insecure, a little bit in like, I don't know, a bit scared of the world or something like that in general. You want the little things you had when you were a kid and there was no worries in life. Like you want a cuddle from your mum or something, or you want fast food, or you want to play a game that you played when you were younger, or you want, I don't know, you just want, I think it's like some subconscious craving just for normality again. Normality being, see there, I think you can see the flickering on my face. You know what that is? I'm pretty certain it's a light from the TV. It looks pretty cool though. I'm like, keep on, looks like I'm in Blade Runner. I think the frame rate of the light reflecting, in the TV. Let me see if I do this, if it changes. Wait 1 second. Oh, it gets faster. There we go. Look at that. I'm going to leave it on. It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I'll keep it on. So basically, I need to put the frame rate in it. I can't be bothered changing the camera. But that's why I look pretty kind of like I'm in a dystopian future now. But anyway, back to... What? Well, that's it, maybe. It's gone. Other than man, the camera's gone. The TV's gone dull, so it's all gone. It's kind of fun. I'm going to bring it back. Where is it? Get it back on again. There we go. The glow's back. But anyway, yeah. Has anyone else had an urge to play old stuff or old games or do things that you did when you were a kid? It's been how I've been getting through this anyway. And how is everyone? I had a bad few days. Last week. I've been adapting to it all, but the last few days have been okay. I don't know why, I just seem to have come out a little bit. I think it probably helps that my dad's now at home, my mum's at home, all my loved ones are kind of behind closed doors, hopefully safe. And he starts at home, well, maybe, hopefully we got lucky there. I'm sure. Nicola just had like a slight ache then, so I started panicking immediately. I'm sure she's fine, but I'm there doing that thing I do because I'm ultra protective of anyone that's in my little nest, my little circle. And that's what I'm like naturally as a person. But I think that's probably something to do with it in general. But it's easy to kind of go up and down. But at the moment, I think I'm okay. I had got a few things off my chest the other day, and it's nice to know. It's a bit crazy of the world. I'm looking on, and I feel sorry for any American viewers watching. I'm not sure which way you voted, but I'm sorry. But the orange man is a bad man. He scares me. Reading his quotes. The exceptions of some Republicans to let the old elderly die for the economy. And I can't believe what I was reading. I can't believe also that Trump's also essentially asking the Cuomo of New York to essentially be nice to him to get ventilators. Like, who would do that? What kind of monster would do that? Everything's a game to this guy. He's an he's an awful person. I know there's going to be people watching this who disagree, but I'm sorry. History will not be kind to that man. Everything is about him. And no life is dispensable. And the idea that, it's just a bunch of old people, they could be fine. Who was it? I think it was some senator from Texas or something like that. Someone, correct me wrong, who said, their grandparents would die for their kids, like for the economy's future, for their kids. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is the economy's tanked anyway. You've got to accept it and just look after people. I don't think we're seeing too much of that in the UK, thankfully. I think personally, I think it could have been better. One thing that I've struggled with in this country in terms of the policy is, this idea that we're going to the lockdown now, and a lot of people talk about needing a bit of herd immunity. And one thing I've not been able to get my head around in terms of logics, which I've not really had a good answer from, or anyone who's seen a good answer yet, is you see the NHS now, they're currently struggling for beds, they're currently struggling for scrubs for the nurses and the staff to wear, they're currently struggling for sanitizer, they're currently getting the likes of Dyson and Sony making up ventilators and all this kind of stuff, and we've got brewing companies making hand sanitizer. So essentially they're rushing to get things ready to be ready despite during it. What I personally have not worked out yet is, why didn't they just go into lockdown quicker, then get ready, and then start to feed people back out into society and then deal with it? A lot of people are saying, like, oh, if you peak too early, if you just lock down too early, you're just going to get a second peak anyway. But wouldn't you rather have a peak that you know is coming as opposed to a peak that just hits you now? You know what I mean? That's one thing I've struggled with, really. Like, why didn't they just lock down immediately, get everything ready, and then start letting people go back to work, knowing that they can manage it because they've got the resources available? Whereas it feels very much like we've reacted to it, I let it spread quite a bit, and then like having to scramble around for doctors and nurses and all this kind of stuff, scramble around for policies to be made to protect people's jobs and all this kind of stuff. I don't know, it feels a little bit like they could have maybe just gone a bit draconian and shut down for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, to limit the spread as much as possible, get all the houses in order, you know, in terms, not literally houses, I mean get everything in order in terms of support for the NHS and all this kind of stuff, and then let people go back to work. And then turn the tap on and off, as they say, you know, the workforce going in and out of kind of isolation, and then deal with the infections then, and also maybe buy some time for better treatments while the other countries are going through it. You know, we would have found out about any ways of dealing with the patients, or found out what what kind of drugs currently in the market have been proven to be useful, and done maybe started some clinical trials. And I mean, there must be a reason for it. Maybe it's just because, you know, I just don't understand why you wouldn't kind of pause it and then face it, hold on, instead of trying to face it and get ready at the same time. It's like if you had like it's like, you know, if you could, it's a very bad analogy this, but I'll go for it anyway. But like, imagine you had an exam and you knew it was tomorrow, and you could cram all that revision last minute, and you're probably going to affect something, but you're still going to have to sit the exam. Wouldn't you rather sit the exam into risk a bit of shit, but then sit the exam 2 months later and be more prepared for it? And that's probably a bit of a bad analogy, but I don't know. It's something I've struggled with, and I'd love to know if anyone has any reasons for that. I've not really seen. I asked a few people who I deem pretty intelligent, and they didn't really suggest anything. Like, I mean, the idea is that maybe this country in the UK, people aren't good at being told what to do, and it might have been a bit of a reaction. I think my mum's ringing me. I'll ring her back in a minute. She is, yeah, it's my mum. But maybe that's what it is. Anyway, to be honest. I haven't got much more to say today, but that's my thoughts. I hope you're all keeping well. We've had a very quiet day. Nico's been working from home. I've been working from home. It's been quiet. We've been indoors. I need to get out tomorrow, I think, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. I need to do something. That was some exercise. For now, though, hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're healthy and all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 8. For this, it was a quiet day, but sometimes it's going to be a quiet day. In a bit.